So you take in one deep breath, and then at the top of that breath, you take another little sip in, and then you just let it out really slowly. Really slowly. And the great thing about this particular exercise is that you can do it while you're on the phones. Like, you can't box breathe while you're on the phones, but you can do that. It's almost like a yawn. So you just... People are here because they want to give back. They're here because they want to give something to their community. They want to use their skill sets and their experience to help people in need.
I mean, primarily it's serving the community, right? There's not really a service like it in Australia, and there's certainly not in many other countries in the world. Being able to call up for free and speak to someone in your darkest moments certainly is special.
You know, I've always been interested in people. You know, I just find them endlessly fascinating, and I think just throughout my professional and personal life, I've always had people approach me and, you know, feel really comfortable to talk to me. And I guess there was a part of me that thought, well, that's all very nice, but I wonder if I'm doing the right thing. This is what we'll be doing today. So we're going to be listening to an audio demonstration, you know, just the audio clips.
I think the training process is really important though, because without it, when you get into those difficult situations, or you have someone on the line that's, you know, having suicidal ideation or taken something, and they're sort of needing that immediate assistance at that point in time, it'd be very easy to freak out and get scared and not know what to say.
So we really get it all, and I think what's really important about that is that we don't have to be experts on every single kind of issue that we'll present. What normally happens is that we ask the person who's calling us, how is this affecting you?
The hardest part really was actually the realization that I don't listen to anybody properly. Like if I'm on the phone to my friend or anything like that, I'm always constantly doing something else.
That's definitely a challenge, to understand that providing solutions and giving advice is absolutely against what we do at Lifeline. We don't do that because we don't presume that we know better than the person who is calling us. Okay, so managing immediate safety is happening when you are checking on safety at that time, and then safety planning, it happens afterwards. And you will do both.
You won't be able to fix every single person or every single problem that calls. In fact, the reality is you tend to only have 20 to 30 minutes on any one call. So a real win is getting them to a place where they feel like they can get back to the rest of their day. Your job is not to fix their problems. Your job is really purely to listen, and that's a massive hurdle to get over.
And there are times, of course, when we will be really confronted or disturbed, or we'll react really strongly or adversely to something that we might be hearing. It might be something that's really acute pain or really distressing suffering. We really hear a lot of that, and so we can, of course, be affected by that. And it's very important for us to have the ability to put those thoughts and feelings aside during the interaction.
Is there anyone around that you could contact at the moment?
It's amazing how, at least for me, the training just sort of innately kicks in and you have this ability to remain really calm and I guess just go through the steps that we've been taught. It's really easy to shut off all the world because you have absolutely zero idea what sort of call you're going to get. That unknown when you're pressing the button to answer the call, kind of automatically focuses you. There are particular calls that you can't, even after, really digest until hours or days later. There's one particular call that I can think of where what the woman had experienced is nothing like I had ever heard anybody going through. And at the time, I didn't really think much of it, but I remember getting home and she was also a mum, and seeing mum, and that was the moment where I kind of like
if you are in a role where you're supporting other people, and that isn't just for crisis support at Lifeline, it can be in any sphere of your life. You can't be of any assistance to them if you haven't looked after yourself first. You know, people wonder, how do you listen to these really sad stories and all this pain and suffering? And it can be really hard. But the thing that it never ceases to amaze me how affected I am by the fact that people are so incredibly resilient. And that's something that I think all of us as crisis supporters come away with.
I'm never more aware of how lucky I am than after a Lifeline shift. I'm much more aware of how people telling me things impacts me, and how I'm responding to hardships or issues that are going on in my life.
Being a Lifeline crisis supporter has made me a better parent, a better partner, a better friend in all of the time that I've been on the phones, and it's been about 9 years now that I've been doing it. I guess what's really striking is that people just want to be heard.